Hello, this is Young Voices in Christ, a podcast where young adults around Milwaukee share their discipleship of Jesus Christ. In this series called Rays of Light, individuals share how they have experienced the light of Christ in their lives. This podcast is produced by the Milwaukee Institute of Religion of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It is not an official church production. I'm your host, Becky Olson, and today I'm here with Montie and Gabe. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
Okay, my name is Montrell, but they call me Montie, and I'm from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin.
And I'm Gabe, and I'm also from Milwaukee.
That's awesome. Now, you know the topic is Rays of Light, and I'm just wondering if you would share with us a time when you really felt like
The Lord experience in my life has started when I first working at Pick and Save. It gave me a gift of God from receiving it, and I was so happy to encourage myself, and I was so grateful that I got the job and everything, so I could be connected to people that I've been knowing for a long time. It was a blessing for me. The person that helped me get that job was my best friend sitting next to me, Gabe. And it was a blessing because, I always wanted to work at Pick and Save. I was working at a retail store way back, a grocery store. I was working at Walmart for a couple of years way back. I got the experience of it, and when I very first started at Pick and Save, it was kind of difficult and stressful, but I got used to it. A year later, after I went to a different department, now I felt it more comfortable at, and I kind of love it.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks for telling us about that. And Gabe here is the one that got you the job.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, what would you like to share, Gabe?
I guess the same thing as Monty about working at Pick and Save, and my big role is receiving at Pick and Save, and just unloading trucks and everything. And sometimes I'll be when I'm unloading trucks, there'll be some obstacles that I don't know how to do, and I'll just pray, and the Lord will help me get through that, and He'll tell me how to do it the right way.
And
when I try to do it.
You're just kind of stopping in the middle of your day and offering a prayer.
Yeah. So, and it's definitely helped me a lot.
How does that help come? Just in thoughts or?
Yeah. Whenever I'm not sure how to do something, then I'll just pray and He'll be like, this is the way you're supposed to do it.
That's amazing. So tell me how you two got to be such good friends.
On the day of my baptism, when he came by to pick me up and my mother, we just started to connect with each other. Then after the baptism, I just was okay, I can vibe with him, I can connect and interact and have a conversation with him. And it was cool because I felt that I have a wonderful, amazing friend that's gonna stick with me for a long run. To be honest, I like working at Pick and Save with him. I work in the front end, with interacting with customers, working on the cashiers and everything. Sometimes I'll be in different departments helping out, as in floral, produce. Sometimes helping out as a temporary store manager too. That's how me and Gabe does it. We move around sometimes in different departments to help out.
Yeah, that's great. So tell me if there's anyone out there who hasn't been to church or hasn't been for a while, why should they come? What do you think, Gabe?
Just the relationships that they can build and their spirit, then just becoming closer to Jesus Christ.
I would say the same thing. Grow closer to God and have them come to church so they can feel the Spirit and read the scriptures and also take the sacrament, also known as the communion.
Yeah. So it seems like being a member of the church has been really great for each one of you, provided a lot of friendships and support, and then that daily help in your day when the Spirit helps you and when you're praying and needing help.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Monty, why don't you tell us a little bit about your first experience at the temple in Chicago?
My first experience at the temple in Chicago was so beautiful because I've been to Chicago a lot of times. I used to go there visiting a lot, especially the Wiggly Field and Soldier Field in downtown Chicago. So one day I was going to Chicago with my uncle. My uncle Tim was taking me to Chicago to go visit the family out there, and I looked on the map and I was like, wait, the Chicago Temple is right towards our way. So I called my best friend Elena and I told her that I was going to Chicago, and she was like, oh, I'm so happy for you going to the temple, going to see it. I called her and I called my sister Kate and told her, and they was happy. So when I got to the temple for the first time, it was in a rainy day. It was back in March of last year in the spring. It was cold, chilly outside. So when I got out the car, I took pictures of it. 'Cause I love taking photos. You know, I'm a good photographer, and I just started like a little bit crying because it was my first time seeing the temple, and I was like feeling the spirit because I know God was telling me that it's your time and you ready to see the actual temple outside here in Illinois in Chicago, home of the Chicago Cubs. And I was like starstruck. Like I was like, whoa, this the actual temple. But I've been to the temple before at the age of 14 in Washington, D.C. temple. And if you never went to the temple, please do go to the temple and experience it. Before you experience it, do the same thing I did. Just take a photo of it, put it in your camera roll, and then you can just put it on social media. That's the same thing I did, and it went like a bunch of views, and people was like so happy for me because like I always wanted to go to the temple out in Chicago, and I felt pretty good. Felt the pretty joyful and the peaceful of it. The other one is the UP of Michigan. Now, when I very first went up to the UP, I also called my other best friends, Ellie and Nalea. Shout out to Ellie and Nalea and Heidi. I love y'all so much. I was going up there. I was like, wait, is this the actual UP of Michigan? Is this Menominee, Michigan? And I felt the experience that God sent me because I knew that God wanted me to go up there to the UP. And I always wanted to go up there ever since I heard my best friend Ellie was up there at the time too. It was so beautiful to see it. And when I was on the video call with them, I showed them that I was out there and they were so happy. They was like, wait, you actually up there in the UP where I used to serve the mission. Ellie used to serve the mission up there in the UP of Michigan, but she was in Escanaba, also known as Esky. That's the nickname of it. But Menominee, Michigan will always have a special place in my heart. That's also home to me because I love Menominee, Michigan. I always will be. And I just got to say that God is so good. And I hope y'all go out, travel, explore everywhere. Same way of how I do it and how my best friend Gabe do it. Because we love traveling. And the places I've never been to, I always put it on my little vision board. And I'm always like, okay, I need to go visit it. in some places of Wisconsin I already visit with my uncle and with Gabe too. So I'm thankful for everything that showing me some parts of Wisconsin I've never been to.
That's cool. That's really cool, Monty. Gabe, did you have something you wanted to share?
No.
No?
No.
I know you already recorded a podcast, right? A couple months ago, and
Yeah.
we got to hear from you. So, all right. Thanks, everyone. Well, Monty, I think you wanted to give a few shout outs.
I really do. Yes, I really do. I want to give a shout out to my boys, to my good friend Eddie, Isaac Smith, McKay Murdoch, Kay Purser, Jackson Butterfield, even my sisters, Kate Zander, Liddy McBride, Emily Rupp, Lindy Cutler, Isabel Stringham, Sierra Thompson, Katie Valentine, and let me guess, it's another one too. Oh yeah, Avery Coyle, Avery Jones, and my brother out there in Madison, my brother Demaine.
That's great.
I'm gonna give one more shout out to my good best friend Gabe for being here on this podcast with me. I thank everybody for listening and watching it. They can understand the experience that we have, so they can be on that same journey with us in the same opportunity that they can do.
Thank you. Well, you two are an inspiration to everyone that knows you. So everywhere you go, you bring light. So thank you, everyone, for listening. And please leave a comment, share the love with Montie and Gabe. Let them know what you liked about their episode. And if you know someone who needs a message of faith, please share this podcast with them. A shout out to those who have made this podcast possible. Our project manager, Vance Carter, the sound editing, Jake Stoll, and the cover art, Jasmine Carter. Till next time.